Alright, welcome to another video tea of the day. The request I got was for an herbal tea, specifically chamomile. Unfortunately, I don't like chamomile tea very much, so I don't have any. Somebody gave it to me when I was really sick when I was a child, and I think I just have a negative flavor association with it. I should probably try it again now that I'm an adult and see if things have changed. But anyway, I'm gonna make hibiscus tea instead. So we call herbal teas teas, but they're not made from the tea plant, as you guys probably know. This one is made from hibiscus flowers. It's got a real nice fruity, floral kind of flavor. I really like it. It's actually better, in my opinion, cold. You can drink it hot, but especially in the warmer summer months, it's wonderful cold. I just brew it and let it sit, add some ice, or put it in the refrigerator, and it's a really refreshing drink. Okay, so today I'm going to use this nice Bodum teapot. It has a filter basket, and it accommodates a large volume, so I can make plenty of hibiscus tea to enjoy all day long. I will point out one thing with hibiscus. It might kind of freak some people out, but you know, it's a flower. Flowers are pollinated by insects. Some of the lower grades of hibiscus tea haven't been cleaned terribly well, so you may have little tiny bugs floating up in the tea. If that's really going to bother you, you might want to use something like a paper bag that prevents those from being seen. Personally, I don't really care, but I'm kind of a nature-y person, so yeah. This tea is actually pretty clean. This one comes from a nice little shop in Florida that I visit at least once a year, and I don't really notice any bug bits in this one. I got a large volume of it from Amazon a couple years ago, and it was so full of bugs it was even bothering me a little bit. But again, filter bags are a nice solution. Okay, so this is what the hibiscus flowers look like. They're all dried up. They don't look terribly bright, but when we brew this, it's going to be a beautiful bright red color. It's somewhat difficult to mess this one up. I don't measure it exactly. I just kind of throw in a bunch of them and see what happens. The only time you'd notice is if you put too few. Then it would be a pale color and it wouldn't taste as good, but even if it's a little on the strong side, it still tastes wonderful. So I think this is about how many petals I'm going to put into the Bodum pot. Okay, I think we're almost ready. You might be able to hear the water boiling behind me. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and put these in the basket. And again, it's something you just have to play with to see how strong you like it. Okay. And you can see it's no time at all, and it's already developing the color. It's going to get really bright red after 5 to 6 minutes of steeping, though. Actually, this pot is so big, I don't think I boiled quite enough water to fill it up. But we'll just do what we can, right? And it really is amazing how quickly it develops that lovely color. Alright, so I'm just going to let this sit for a bit. Okay, 5 minutes have gone by, and look at that beautiful red color. Okay, so there you have it. It's perfectly delicious to drink warm. I think it's also worth trying cold, just to see if you like it, because it's real refreshing that way. Okay, one more thing I'll point out. You can get this tea bagged. That may be more convenient and easier to acquire for some people. The bagged one tends to have rose hips in it as well, And that's also really, really delicious. It actually adds a little bit of a different flavor to it. But rose hips are packed with vitamin C, so in addition to being delicious, it's also healthy. So, I hope that you have enjoyed learning about hibiscus tea and that I did not scare you off too bad with that bug comment. You know, there's no bugs, you don't see any bugs in here. It's all good. Alright, well now I'm gonna go edit this thing and see if it's a more enjoyable experience than it was on my old dying white MacBook from like 5 years ago.